Episode 56 FFA June 16, 2023. How to 1. Make topsoil from fallen trees and forest debris, and 2. Clear forests of debris, brainstorm from Bard AI. The simple slogan, "If you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem," prompted Razep to act like an environmental consultant and provide some practical advice and alternatives to controlled burning. This is in response to suggestions from the 2 California U.S. senators in the last week that there be more controlled burns. Controlled burns are wood burning, which further pollutes the air with PM 2.5, releases CO2, and further raises the temperature of the surrounding area, potentially sparking larger fires, not to mention further raising the temperature of the earth. This is also in response to the numerous mulch fires across the country, one particularly devastating one in Wisconsin in the last few weeks. Mulch from fallen trees or as a result of logging is highly flammable. Mulch in the yards of California residents is now discouraged since it can be tinder for spreading fire from wildfires from yard to yard. The final step from 1-inch mulch to making topsoil should be taken. If topsoil is not needed in California, it can be sold to older states. 1. Question: brainstorm ways to make topsoil from fallen trees. Answer: here are some ways to make topsoil from fallen trees. Chipping: this is the most common method of turning fallen trees into topsoil. Chippers can be rented from home improvement stores or landscape companies. The chips can then be spread over the ground and allowed to decompose. This process can take several months or even years, depending on the type of tree and the climate. Pelletizing: this is a more efficient way to create topsoil from fallen trees. Pelletizers use heat and pressure to turn the chips into small, uniform pellets. These pellets can then be spread over the ground and will decompose more quickly than regular chips. Composting: fallen trees can also be composted, but this process takes longer than chipping or pelletizing. Composting involves mixing the chips with other organic materials, such as leaves, grass clippings, and food scraps. The mixture is then allowed to decompose in a bin or pile. This process can take several months to a year, depending on the temperature and moisture content of the compost. Once the fallen trees have been converted into topsoil, it can be used to improve the quality of soil in gardens, flower beds, and other areas. Topsoil is rich in nutrients and helps to improve drainage and aeration. It can also help to suppress weeds and improve the overall health of plants. Here are some additional tips for making topsoil from fallen trees. Choose the right trees. Not all trees are created equal when it comes to making topsoil. Hardwood trees, such as oak, maple, and ash, are the best choices. Softwood trees, such as pine and cedar, can also be used, but they will not decompose as quickly. Remove any branches or debris. Before chipping or pelletizing the trees, remove any branches or debris. This will help to ensure that the chips or pellets are uniform in size and will decompose more quickly. Store the chips or pellets properly. If you are not able to spread the chips or pellets immediately, store them in a cool, dry place. This will help to prevent them from decomposing too quickly. Add other organic materials. If you want to create a high-quality topsoil, add other organic materials to the chips or pellets. This could include compost, manure, or worm castings. Test the soil. Once you have spread the chips or pellets, test the soil to make sure that it has the correct pH level and nutrient levels. If necessary, add additional amendments to improve the quality of the soil. 2. Question: brainstorm ways to collect forest debris and clear forest floors of flammable materials. Answer: sure. Here are some ways to collect forest debris and clear forest floors of flammable materials. Manual labor: this is the most basic way to collect forest debris. It involves using hand tools, such as shovels, rakes, and axes, to remove the debris from the forest floor. This method is labor-intensive and time-consuming, but it is the most effective way to remove all of the debris. Machinery. There are a variety of machines that can be used to collect forest debris. These machines include skidders, forwarders, and harvesters. These machines are more efficient than manual labor, but they can be expensive to rent or purchase. Fire. In some cases, fire can be used to clear forest floors of flammable materials. This method is only effective in areas where there is no risk of human-caused wildfires. Fire can also be dangerous, so it is important to take precautions when using it to clear forest floors. Once the debris has been collected, it can be disposed of in a variety of ways. It can be burned, chipped, or composted. The best method for disposing of the debris will depend on the specific circumstances. Here are some additional tips for collecting forest debris and clearing forest floors of flammable materials. Plan ahead. Before you start collecting debris, it is important to plan ahead. This includes determining the size of the area that needs to be cleared, the type of debris that needs to be removed, and the method that will be used to collect and dispose of the debris. Get the proper permits. In some cases, it is necessary to obtain a permit before collecting forest debris. This is especially true if the debris is being removed from a national forest or other public land. Be safe. When collecting forest debris, it is important to be safe. This includes wearing protective gear, such as gloves, eye protection, and a hard hat. It is also important to be aware of the potential for hazards, such as snakes, insects, and poison oak. By following these tips, you can safely and effectively collect forest debris and clear forest floors of flammable materials. This will help to reduce the risk of wildfires and improve the health of the forest. Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, see https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com and click on the nearest right icon for the latest month, June 2023, of PDFs of articles with URLs to search on. To the right of that, games such as 1, Bingo for RAWSEP, 2, Crosswords for RAWSEP, 3, End Woodsmoke Jeopardy! 4. End Woodsmoke Monopoly Games, 5. A RAWSEP Flyer, 6. The Untwisted Game, and 7. Vending Machines for PM2.5 Monitors, and icon links to 30-minute YouTube videos and Spotify podcasts as well as podcasts on Amazon Music Prime, free for Prime subscribers, podcasts.google.com, CastBox, and Pocket Cast. Pocket Cast is only free on the phone app. Pocket Cast works on Apple phones, and, below those icons, icon links to monthly PDFs of articles with URLs to search on, from May 2023 to May 2022.